Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are gonna talk about this MC4 connectors, how to do it yourself. I have a small solar system in the background, which is right now is creating about a kilowatt of power, and all of the connections were made by me without any special tool. So I wanna show you the method how I did it. And in the end, we will test if there is a connection. We will put some small red cable in between and see if it's capturing the fire and if there will be any fire over there. So what I did, I went out to the store, purchased this cable, which is a 6mm cable. Yes, this is a special UV protected solar cable, and I would recommend to use something similar. The color actually doesn't matter, I just picked it the red because it indicates the plus. And the tool what I was talking about is this. Actually the cable is an isolation remover tool, which is like a couple of dollars, and you don't have to have special tool for having this MC4 connectors. I was trying to remove the isolation, and that's not the best practice to remove with this tool, because it doesn't really do a really good job. So what I will do, I will cut it here, and we are using a paper cutter, and that is the tool what I'm using to remove the isolation of the cable. Just be very careful because it's really sharp and you can cut your fingers. And that's the cable for us. And the cable is a very good quality of cable itself. It is a copper cable. So now let's talk about this MC4 connector. The MC4 connector has a plus and a minus, if I'm not mistaken, and it's very interesting because the small pin, let me open it. The small pin actually goes in the minus, and the bigger pin, pinhead, it goes into the plus. And basically that is what is joining together inside of this MC4 connector. The only trick what you have to be really careful is how you are connecting your cable, because what you have to do is make sure that the length of the cable is enough. Maybe I have even bigger length than what is needed. And then in this tool you have this very special movement, because these edges should be turned back. We should avoid the air gaps. So to do that, I will try to show it to you, like edges here, and then this should push, and then your cable, make sure all the cables are inside, and then you have to push slightly, and then hard as you can, because you don't want to have any air or any loose connection. So yeah, that's it. And if you have that right, then you can pick your connection. Let's say this is the minus part. Put the head, and let's put it right in the middle. This should go till the front until you hear the click. There should be a click sound. Then screw it back, and to be 100% sure, then you should tight as you can. And this was a bad connection. This is a wrong connection, so you should tight it even more. And that connection is already gone. You won't be able to connect it really well. So this is also a good lesson learned. You shouldn't do it like that. Let me put it in the background. Let's pick another one. If you can remember, the tiny into the minus, that was the right connection. And let's see again. When it is in place, then tie it strongly, as strong as you can. This should be good now. Basically, you don't have to screw it till the whole outside, but it's a good idea. The clicking sound. Make a stress test, and now it's perfect. And for the IP68 isolation, because it is isolated as IP68, you should screw it as hard as you can, this part. Okay, now let's do the plus end. Basically that's it. Connection doesn't look perfect, but it might does the job. And let's see. Let's wait on the clicking sound and tight it strongly. And there is the mark of the plus, and probably this has for the minus as well. Yeah. So this is how you create an extension cable. Let's test it. And basically this is extending your solar cable connection. It is a very small one. Let's test it now in real connection in real solar panel. Before we tested this piece, let's stop the circuit breaker because it's under current right now. As you see, it is producing 700 watt, and if I stop it, then that is gone. And let's actually test it how it behaves. And if we pull up the circuit breaker, then it starts to charge my battery pack, and it is actually producing very good energy as it should be. So the key takeaway is that you have to make sure that this is connected well, and you don't have to use any special tool, but if you can afford it, then you can use it. Obviously it's better than as a do-it-yourself, but you can survive with this isolation remover and this paper cutter. And yeah, that's how you do it. If you think this video was helpful for you, don't forget to hit the like somewhere here below, and hit the subscribe and leave your comments below. Thank you very much. I wish you a great day.